It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time, and we are getting really close to free agency, and that means we have a lot to talk about, Horst. So first off, we are going to be talking about a tight end that has been cut by the Minnesota Vikings. Horst, should the 49ers be interested in Kyle Rudolph?
Kyle Rudolph strike one against him as he went to Notre Dame. But in all seriousness, Kyle Rudolph, good player. He's definitely on the down slope of his career from what it looks like the last couple of years. If the money is close on the two, I would much rather have Jordan Reed back. He's not a guy that I would be like, oh no, if they signed him, if they got him for cheap.
Oh no.
He'd be a really great backup to Kittle and insurance policy, if something happened to him again. But he's probably an average NFL tight end now, just, a smarter guy because he's a veteran and has played so long. But he's definitely slowed down a step or two since he was a young player.
Yeah, I think that's the big problem with Kyle Rudolph is if you just look at the statistics and his stats, I mean, he peaked right around that 2016 season, right around there, 2016, 2018. 800 yards in 2016, over 600 in, I think it was 2018 is what it was. And since then, it's been a gradual decline. It's a slow build up to not 1,000-yard receiving season, and then it's been a slow build down, less and less receptions every year over the last 3 years. It's just not worth what he may pull on the market and what someone may be willing to pay him, because at the end of the day, a lot of teams look at Kyle Rudolph and still see a guy with a lot of potential and one of the better receiving, possibly tight ends in the league, because outside of Kittle and Kelsey, there's a huge drop-off after those two guys at the moment.
Maybe Darren Waller.
There's some guys coming up. There's Waller, right? Jared Cook also is in that category. But people still consider Kyle Rudolph in that top probably 7 or 8 tight ends in the league, and he's probably just not that anymore in terms of the receiving aspect. I don't see anything with him on film either that blows me away in the run game with his blocking. He's a solid tight end option. I just don't think he fits in San Francisco because of the money he may command. And I think the Niners are looking for probably a little bit more of a receiving threat because you have a guy like Ross Dwelley that you just re-signed.
Yeah, I think that he is somebody that's interesting for the 49ers if he's ring chasing. Because there's a possibility he's getting late in his career that he's ring chasing and he's trying to win a championship, and he's not going to forget that the 49ers just bounced them out of the playoffs not too long ago. So he knows what the 49ers got there. So he might be interested in doing that, and if he is, a low salary, might be something they're willing to do. I think the Ross Dwelley thing is more strategic because you can't put all your eggs into the basket of getting Rudolph or another tight end. Last year they were calling about tight ends. They ended up with Jordan Reed, which I think they were very happy about. But they do need to figure out what is going to happen with their second receiving tight end, because George Kittle, as much as I love him, over the last couple of years has gotten nicked up. And they need somebody. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I don't believe that Ross Dwelley is a starting caliber tight end in the league. So they need somebody that can fill in, because the tight end is such an important role in Kyle Shanahan's offense. And because of George Kittle, that's how it always is. They need to make sure they have an avenue to do that, whether that is addressing it in the draft or with bringing someone like Kyle Rudolph or Jordan Reed back. They need to make one of those moves. And if they don't, they're going to be lacking in that position, because Charlie Warner did not develop the way we were hoping. And even then, I don't think he's a pass catcher in the NFL. I think he's, more of the Toilolo blocking tight end type. And I think he's going to be used kind of, in some of those H-back type blocking situations, getting up and wham blocking and stuff like that. So this could make sense if the price is right. I do think people are going to throw money at Rudolph because I think you're right. People still think he's the top 7 or 8 tight end in the league. But if he's ring chasing, the 49ers might be an area he can go to.
Yeah, I agree with that. If the money is close between the two, I would much rather have Jordan Reed back. But if he's willing to take the vet minimum or something crazy, or $1 million, or then yeah,
$1.5 million, yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah. $1.5 million. So if he's willing to take $2 million or less, yeah. But anything other than that, I don't know. He doesn't pique my interest too much.
I think he obviously, I think he'd be a better option than Dwelley in terms of just the things he can do and the variety of ways he can do them. So it definitely would be an upgrade at that spot. But if it's close, contract-wise, money-wise, between him and Reed, I'd rather have Reed. But if Reed is going to want to go get paid, which by all accounts, I mean, you would expect Jordan Reed at this point to want to go make some big money on the market one last time, potentially. before he settles into the twilight area of his career, because he was able to stay for the most part healthy last year, with the exception of a couple of ankle and the knee stuff, but no concussions, which was the big concern. If it doesn't work out there, then and Rudolph is, like you said, ring chasing, it could work out. Only way to find out, though, is to inquire. So San Francisco, go ahead and do that. Let's see what Kyle Rudolph wants. But what do you think? Does Kyle Rudolph make sense? Do you want Kyle Rudolph in San Francisco? Vet minimum, any amount of money he wants? Let us know in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now at this moment. Only 25% of our viewers, that's right, 25% of you are subscribed. So most of you who are watching this right now, you haven't hit that subscribe button. Do it today.
Yep. And tell us who you would rather have, Jordan Reed or, Kyle Rudolph, because I think that we've all brought up Jordan Reed and we all are big fans of him. He's definitely a better receiver than Rudolph.
Yes.
And Rudolph is probably a better complete tight end than Jordan Reed. But you're right, for the role of the 49ers, I'd rather have Jordan Reed too, but I want to know what everyone else thinks about this.
Until next time, you 49ers fans, stay safe.
And remember, the right way
is always the 49ers way.
Bingo.